All right, guys, we're going live. We're going to tell everybody about it real quick. Give us just a minute.
Yeah. Oh man, we back at it again.
All right,
Ryan, can you
let's
hear me
get
good?
to it. Yeah, you're great. Your picture's all wrong. You need to turn your camera the other way.
Like this?
And now you're sideways.
So how's it?
I don't know.
So
You know what? It's
am I
probably
not?
on me.
Am I better now?
That works, I guess. Sure. I guess.
Am I right
I don't
side
know. You're good.
All right, cool.
We're just trying to figure out my lighting. All right. So talk to me. What do you think about that game?
I might lose my track of thought because I have so much to say.
Uh-oh.
But can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just.
Well, how about this? How about we let people jump in, and
All
we're
right.
going to go ahead and just do the video to start it. How about that? Cougs win,
Cool.
but not pretty. Well, it's okay. So Marcus Sasser scores 30. The Cougars score 60. Four starters basically were absent most of the game. Jamal ended up coming on strong at the end, but give me your first thoughts.
Honestly, I was very displeased with how we came out, and I was honestly displeased with the exception of how we started the second half with just the way we played the entire game. You know, first half we got guys complaining to the refs. It was just so much stuff that we were doing that is not Houston. But you know, anytime you're able to play bad and win in March, I'll take it. You know, but hopefully tomorrow that's not the case because you know, surviving advanced March time, man. And I was just very displeased with how we came out, our energy, our team demeanor. You know, we were winning, but it just seemed like they just had better energy than we did. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like that.
Do you think the guys were trying to conserve energy, knowing they're probably going to play Memphis?
Honestly, no. I just think there could be a mix of guys getting awards and being ranked number one. Just a lot of like fatty energy, like hearing a lot of how good you are, how great you are. I feel like there's a lot of that played into it. And we're playing a team that we beat before. And I think that was the case. I thought today would be a great game to kind of establish the energy that we were going to that we want to have throughout the tournament. And I don't think this game we were able to do that, but I'm glad we were able to get the win.
Yeah. They're completely lackadaisical. No real effort in the first half. You hear Kelvin talk about play hard versus compete, and I don't think they were competing.
Yeah.
They were definitely playing hard, but it was ugly.
Yeah. And I just feel like, you know, you're the obviously people think that we have a good chance to win the tournament, and I just feel like playing the game in that fashion with that energy level, it doesn't really leave a good taste in people's mouths. You know, we won the game, but we're very displeased with how we won. I feel like the U of H community probably agrees with that. But like I said, I'm glad we were able to play kind of a subpar game and be able to win in the month of March.
Yeah. What? How do you explain how that happened? So you said the wards and maybe number one, although number one was 67 mutes. That really shouldn't be a big thing. Do you think I could get them to mute that? Just turn that down. Um, but this is just, you've seen this a lot from this team. It's just the coming out thinking you're just going to just out talent another team.
Yeah.
And these guys were in a win or your season is over situation.
Yeah.
It's dangerous,
Yeah.
but I just don't see how they shot 30 some odd percent, maybe 31, 32. It wasn't very high. And really nobody ended up 28%. So that's the lowest since Villanova last year in the Elite Eight. And that's not good. Lower than Kent State, lower than Temple in the loss. And I can't explain to you. It looked like a lot of the guys were just going through the motions. It was mechanical and not what we have come to expect.
Yeah.
Juwan Roberts missed a practice this week with illness, but as far as I know, it was only one. And so I hate to say did they lose focus after Memphis, but it sure feels like it.
Yeah, and you mix that along with, a team, it's a win or go home situation. And then you sprinkle in, we have a chance to beat the number one ranked team in the nation and shock the world, honestly. So it's like Coach Sampson used to always say, like, the other team has players on scholarship that are also trying to win. Those guys in that locker room have a lot of heart, have a lot of pride. So like I said, I'm just glad we were able to come out with the win. But I'm sure, like, with seeing how we came out, we were able to come out the second half. I'm sure there was a lot of words of reassurance that were said at halftime that Coach Sampson that he does so well. And like I said, I'm just glad we're able to win in the month of March while playing bad.
Tell me about that. After a bad half like that, what does that halftime talk sound like?
Hey, first off,
and you can use any words you need to.
Mute yourself, yeah. But what that sounds like is just, let's say this: you wouldn't want a grown man talking to your daughter like that. It's a lot of but it's just some tough love. There's a level, there's a standard that he demands that you come to demand of yourself that you can't. The standard never lowers. You have to meet his expectation every day. And obviously, with the way we came out, from what I can see, the body language, our guys arguing with the refs, just not offensive rebounding, not just having the energy that a typical Houston team plays with. He definitely. I'm sure it was some explicit. What's the word I'm looking? Words. Diction that was used in the locker room. A lot of mothers that's followed by 2-syllable word, but it's. And he's right. He's probably right. The guys they weren't playing hard. They weren't competing. And it's just, as a Houston fan, I got to be honest and say that was not our brand of basketball. But as a guy who knows basketball, I'm grateful to be able to have won, and we played, not how we usually play.
Yeah, you only got 7 offensive rebounds on 39 missed shots. And that's hard to do, even for a bad offensive rebounding team. I think the arena is getting louder. So this could just be harder and harder to do this. So they were really focused on second chance points, but you can't get second chance points if you don't offensive rebound. They're really focused on taking away transition. I think they did that pretty well. But it's a win, and you do have to appreciate that you didn't score a bucket for the last couple of minutes, which has happened several times this year. You still got to win. You got to win in a tournament in March. Now, after this game, you deal with your media stuff, you get taped up, you do whatever. What's tonight like?
I'm sure it'll probably be some film. definitely is going to be some film, and it's probably going to be like a mental regroup. Like, if anybody knows the standard of Houston basketball, it's people who play for the University of Houston. It's the guys in that locker room. So obviously they're aware of what they could have done better, what they should have done better. And so I'm sure they have the mental, the awareness to make that necessary adjustment. And I'm sure we have a mature group, mature group of guys, great leadership, great player leadership. So I'm sure they're gonna, kind of make the mental adjustments and know, you know what, y'all, that's not who we are. Let's get back to who we are, because we know the stakes, we know what's at hand, and we're a good basketball team. So I feel like the guys are gonna kind of, with the assistance of the coaches, whatever words they want to use, but I'm sure the guys will also take the onus upon themselves and make the corrections on their own.
But how do you do that? How do you flip that switch after playing like that and having to play tomorrow on short rest? Yeah. I'm sure fluids and eating's an issue. How do you make that switch?
Well, I feel like you can kind of correlate that to whenever, let's say you're a happy person and then one day you have a bad day. But you can't have two bad days, because that's not who you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. It's like they're a great basketball team, great energy, great leadership. And they're humans. You know what I'm saying? So you're allowed one, I guess, one bad day. But I feel like me knowing our guys and knowing what they're made of and knowing what they go through in the off season, especially, that they're gonna watch film, see some stuff on film, like, damn, that looked a little bad, and make the necessary adjustment, because, like I said, they know what's at stake. They've been there. They know what it takes to make a deep run and also to win the conference tournament.
All right, let's switch gears just a little bit. You and I did this last Sunday, and then you kind of had a week, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have anything going on Sunday. Monday, you get a contract. You go to a state. Have you ever been there before?
No, yeah, I've been here, but it was only just to play against the team here. But other than that, I had no reason to come to South Dakota.
Tell everybody where you're at and what you're doing, who you're with.
Yeah. Okay. So recently, I just got picked up by the. You and me. But I got picked up by the G League affiliate of the Miami Heat, and it's called the Sioux Falls Skyforce. We're located in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So I'm here right now, just looking at how much snow on the ground and just thinking about how much this does not look like Houston. But I mean, like I said, I'm grateful to get the opportunity. I'm grateful to be able to do what I love for a living, and then also be able to talk with you some cool hoops, man. Can't beat that with a bat.
And so your first two games were Tuesday and Thursday night, is that correct? And you were in LA.
They were a day. It was a day in between them. I don't remember which days, but I mean, it's.
Well, today's Friday. You played last night.
Yeah, I think so. No, last night we didn't play. We played 2 nights ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so you played the South Bay Lakers, which is who Fabian White played for, right?
Yeah.
So what was that like?
Played against my guy Fabe, and it's kind of, I got a lot of respect for Fabe. Spent a lot of time with him, especially when we both broke our foot at the same time we were doing rehab together. But it was a couple guys like, oh, he can't do this, he can't do that, and I'm just biting my tongue. I'm like, yeah, he can, and sure enough, he did it. I was like, told y'all should have listened. But it's good to see our guys, having fun, playing professionally, just doing what we love, man. And it's just. Fabian, he's a lot younger than I am, whether you believe it or not, but it's good I got a lot of love for Fabe, man. It's good to just see our guys just around. Even when I was overseas, seeing our guys over there, man, is something that's truly special.
That's awesome. So what do you have going on with Substantial right now?
Well, as of late, we just got a new shipment in, and it was from our previous orders, so it's like whatever is on the website right now, it's available to ship immediately. So if you head to onesubstantial.com, you'll be able to find, if you can find something that fits you, you can get it and it'll ship out immediately. You'll probably have it either today or probably tomorrow or the following day.
Awesome. All right, so the Cougars floundered for a half. They had a really strong start to the second half, a 15-5 run. And that's really the end of the game. I mean, they win by 15 or 16, but it's that start to the second half and Marcus Satcher 3 really got it going.
Mhm.
How do you take that as a positive and move forward? And are you going to be hearing anything positive from Kelvin Sampson tonight?
Mm. Well, I mean, he probably will give them a bit of constructive criticism, but also a bit of reassurance. Like, guys, you see what happens when we do this. You see what happens when we play hard. We see what happens when we have our mindset, and we're in the right mindset. So, I do think that I do think he'll do that. But it was also nice to be able to see our guys have the ability to lock in. And you know what? Let's lock in. Let's get off to a strong start, especially in the second half. So I mean, like I said, it's you can't get too high, you can't get too low. We know we all have bad days, especially when the other team has, they're playing the number one team in the country and their season is on the line. They're going to play with a lot of energy too. So I mean, you just gotta sit there and roll with the punches. But I'm looking forward to our guys making adjustments and playing better, having better energy, and playing Cougar basketball tomorrow.
Yeah, you're going to hear a lot of negativity tonight on the internet.
Yeah,
You're going to hear it everywhere. But you won a game in March. And U of H goes to 10-0 at Dickies Arena, never lost here. And you get a game tomorrow at lunch and a game Sunday at lunch if you win tomorrow. So that's going to be it for today. Quick, can't hear anything. Have no idea what's happening. But thank you, Galen. We're going to do this again. And thank you for watching OneSubstantial.com, GoCoogs.com, and HOUNIL.com for the players. We're getting the players more and more, and it's going great. Join us at HOUNIL.com. All right. See you tomorrow, Galen.
All right, y'all.